All right, we're good. Okay, so good evening. Welcome to Stream the Bottle. This is Annex Theater's monthly late night cabaret in a new form. We are currently, it wouldn't be a Spin the Bottle without a delay in the start time. And hopefully you have found the new URL. We did have a bunch of people on the old one, and we had to restop and restart. And so here we are. We're doing this. I'm just going to keep talking, assuming that you are out there listening to me. So what is Spin the Bottle? Well, Annex Theater is a theater that's been around for 33 years. I may have the numbers slightly incorrect, but this is a variety show. It was a late night variety show, and we decided that nobody wants to come to Capitol Hill late at night anymore. So we changed it to prime time every first Thursday, and now, since we can't have an audience, we're streaming. So welcome to the first edition of Stream the Bottle. We're not the longest running streaming variety show. That's already happened, but and a lot of other people have beat us to that. Weird and Awesome, for instance, our own Weird and Awesome have streamed before us. But we're starting. We're learning how to do this. People need to learn how to do this because this is the new normal. I want to thank everybody who's making this happen. So, but because this is just the beginning of what's going on here. We here in Seattle, we're really great in social distancing because that's who we are naturally. we like staying home. We like staying inside. You know that thing where you make plans with a friend to go to dinner, and then you're like, why did I make those plans? Well, and then you get a call from them later on, and they have to cancel on you, and you're like, oh, thank God they canceled because I didn't want to leave my house. So what we're doing here is we have a number of performers via Skype, some here right in Seattle, some in other cities around the country. That's exciting. And we're going to get to them soon, but I just want to talk about like what we might, hopefully we won't be considering April 2020, the halcyon days of the, virus, because we want to hope that it's getting better. And because right now there's fresh fruit and vegetables in the grocery stores. You can still go and get everything you need, and it's just, it might get better, it might not get better, but we're glad you're here with us. I'd love to know if you are actually hearing what I'm saying. I know that the stream is a little laggy right now. It's one frame every 15 seconds, which is fine, which is great. Maybe one day we'll produce this and just film it. Everybody has a proper camera, and they send in their tapes. But for right now, what we're gonna do is you're seeing my name at the bottom of the screen. When you see the performers, they're gonna have their name at the bottom of the screen as well, and also ways to support them financially via Venmo. Is that it? Venmo? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Venmo or Cash App or some other way. If you like what they're doing, throw some money their way. Artists are really hurting these days. And if you like Annex, then we have a Patreon. We have a number of different levels of the Patreon, but what you might be able to do if you join the Annex Patreon is get exclusive access to awesome content like this. So I'm just looking at the stream right now, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to walk around the theater. And Chris, what do you think? Should we keep going, or should we
Let's give it a shot.
let's that's the motto here at Annex. Let's just give it a shot and see if it works. So apparently I'm sounding great, but you can't see me. Every single awesome frame of me, which is great because I love vamping like this when I don't. It's weird. I have Chris up there. We're very socially distant. Well, we're physically distant. We're socially very close. But it's an empty stage. I'm looking at an empty Annex theater. And the thing about Spin the Bottle is, I come out and I try to just get the audience all ramped up and energized, but there's no feedback. It is so weird doing this. But so one of the things that I want to do is, if you come here to Annex and you've never worked here, you probably don't. You only see the public spaces. You only see the lounge, the house here. I wanted to give you all, because this is streaming and because I can basically take you wherever I want. I want to give you a chance to see some of the lesser seen areas here in Annex. In just a little behind the scenes magic. So Chris actually made me install an app on my phone here, and I'm gonna turn it on. And so what do you think? Is it working? Should we just go ahead and switch to it?
No, let's just try and switch to it.
All right, go ahead. All right, we're good. Okay, so let's go this way first. This building was built in 1912, if you can believe it. It was an old car dealership. I don't remember exactly what kind of car they sold here. I think it might have been Packard. If you don't know what a Packard is, it's just your stereotypical like 30s, 40s luxury sedan. Big swooping curves. It's a beautiful car, actually. They made some great cars back in the 30s and 40s. So yeah, this was a car dealership. There was repair down in the basement. The first and second floors were the showroom. I think there might have been showroom space on the third floor and maybe even offices. I don't know. But they had to get the cars up and down between floors, and they did that with this elevator. Now, this is not just our storage and shop, it is also a car elevator. And it did go between all the floors. It no longer does that, but it goes all the way to the top. Can we see the top? Yep, there it is. We built that little loft area. Yeah, I don't know why it's on this floor permanently. I'm glad it is. It gives us a lot of storage space. It doesn't move. It's not like, we want our shop to go up and down between floors. It's pretty solid. It's actually drywalled underneath. One time about 10 years ago, before they finished out the basement, it was vacant. We explored a little bit down there, and we saw the old elevator machinery that used to work this elevator. It's no longer, I don't think it's there anymore, but anyway, it was pretty cool. And yeah, that's our car elevator, which is pretty neat. All right, let's go back out here. One of the things that you always hear during the pre-show speech is, if there's an emergency, go out the way you came, or go out the back stairway into the relative safety of Capitol Hill below. That's actually an old phrase from when our theater was downtown on 4th Avenue. The phrase that was given before during each curtain speech was, into the relative safety of the alley below. But we don't have an alley below. This empties out onto Pike Street. But here's the exit. Look, the stairway, nice and pretty. They just recently redid this. Before they did this, this was all postered with old show posters from when this was the Northwest Actor Studio and other theaters in town. We have those posters, I think, somewhere. They took them down. Maybe they recycled them. I don't know. This is an area you do know, but I just want to point something out just in time for us to not be allowed to have any audiences in here. We fixed the bathroom doorknob. Look at that, or door handle, I guess. Look at it. Vacant in use, yeah. And it opens both ways. You can get out. I heard that the story that I heard was that a patron was in there, and when they unlocked the door, the handle wouldn't open the door, so they had to call a friend who was at the show with them to come let them out. And Ian, I think he was house managing that night, just took out the door handle so that wouldn't happen again. We got a new one. But the funny thing is, we found out that if they had lifted up on the door handle, they would have gotten out. Also, I want to point this out. Here's our paper towel dispenser, Torque brand, and of course, there's that guy. If you don't know who that is, ask a parent, ask your cool uncle. And on Facebook, recently there was a discussion between the semantics, or on the semantics between a green room and a dressing room. And some were saying that there are two different rooms, they serve two different purposes, and others were saying, well, we only have one room, so we can call it whatever we want. I'm kind of on that side because we have our green room / dressing room here. Look, it's even painted green, and but we do have this separate room, which is technically the dressing room. We cut this hole in the wall. This was a full wall, and this room wasn't accessible on this side. So this is where performers want to go if they want some privacy while they change or put their makeup on or whatever. Now it's just chair storage, and yeah, when we moved in, there was a dude who was living in this room. He's no longer here. Oh look, there's the Jennifer Pratt-sized hole in the wall. That's another story. I'm not going to tell you right now. But yeah, look, there's Spock and McCoy up there. It's good to see them. So let's. I got one more thing I want to show you before we get the show going. So this is the lounge. Here's the lounge. It's a bit of a mess right now because we were right in the middle of tech of One Horse Town when we basically had to cancel the show. But you'll be able to see an audio play version of One Horse Town later on. I'm sure I'll talk about that again. So yeah, so if you've ever been here in the lounge and you're just in line for the bar, you might have looked up and saw that. What is that? That looks like a brick that you can remove. And if I were playing a video game, I would think that there would be a prize behind that brick. And You are right. There is something behind that brick. In 2007, when we first moved into the space, Brett Fetzer, the artistic director at the time, and someone else, I can't remember who, it might have been Ellie or Bryn, looked up there and removed the brick, and what they found was a single dollar bill. And they dare not remove it because, of course, it was haunted and you had to leave it there. And I've never actually seen it in person. Yeah, let's go take a look. All right, so fortunately this ladder's here. Like I said, we haven't really had time to clean. All right. Ugh. So there's the brick. If I fall on live stream, it's gonna be hilarious. All right. This is okay. Comes up pretty easily. Oh, I grabbed onto it. Well, they're right. There's a dollar bill. Looks like it's been signed too. Oh, I wonder who those are. All right, it's up here. Oh, it goes back further than I expected. Ah! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! No, you can have it. You can have it. You can have it. It's yours. It's yours. That was fun, if you were able to see any of it. So yeah, that's the little known parts of Annex Theater, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did. So, friends, we're going to take a little break. We're going to take about 5 minutes and try to figure some of these connection issues out. We want to present a good show to you. We don't want to have people watch a stream show with a frame rate of 1 frame every 15 seconds. So please stick around. We will be back. We're going to take 5 and figure this out. Thank you so much.
I am. I'm gonna.
And we're back. I'm so happy you guys stuck around to come with us on this maiden voyage, this journey of live streaming Spin the Bottle. Something that is just, in regular life, it's just, it's a mess to put together, but it all comes together at the very end. And so we're glad you're still with us. Yeah, this is this show is co-curated by Catherine Blake Smith and Ellen Nicole Cabe, and it is a part of the Speculation Diaries that Nicole has been doing at Spin the Bottle, and this is Superheroes and Supervillains. And so our first performer tonight comes to us all the way from Houston, Texas, the home of the supervillains known as the Houston Astros. And Ryan Adam Wells, he's a Houston-based alternative country singer-songwriter, storyteller, and actor. And I looked him up before the show, and his music is described as songs for loners, drinkers, and nerds. Please welcome into your hearts, Ryan Adam Wells.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for the intro. Appreciate that very much. I'm going to mute my speakers so there's no feedback over here. So if you need to get a hold of me, write me on a chat or something. Hey, I'm Ryan Adam Wells. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching what I'm up to. I am a Houston-based alternative country singer-songwriter. Everybody can hear me okay? Yeah? Thumbs up. I do a lot of songs about superheroes and that kind of thing. So this particular song this is a song about a superhero from the X-Men named Darwin, who has the ability to adapt to any situation possible. I have called the song Darwin, and I hope you like it. It's a little country love song. I'll be the fire in your pocket when you want to start a fight. If you're ready to cool down, well then I'll become some ice. I'll be fuel for your rocket, or the rocket failing that. Anything you ever need from me, baby, I'll adapt. Oh, so you want to get a bill passed? Well, then I'll become the Senate. If you start to catch a cold, I'll turn into Triamenic, or the aspirin for your headache, or the pillow for your nap. Whatever you decide you need from me, baby, I'll adapt. So you wanna live a life and say who I am? Well, I'll become a wahoo for you. They say that no man is an island. Well, I can rearrange my molecules, so that's no longer true. Oh, you wanna look real pretty? Well, I'll be 10 diamond rings. You wanna fly around the city? I'll become a pair of wings, or a traffic helicopter, or a super cool jetpack. I figured out a way to get you high. Baby, I'll adapt. I'll be your mansion in the Hamptons, or your cozy little shack. Whatever you decide you need from me. Oh, I'll adapt. I'll adapt. I'll adapt. Yeah. All right. Thank you. This is called, that was called Darwin. Hope you enjoyed it. So that's my superhero song. I got a ton of songs about science fiction and comic books and all kinds of other things because that's what I love. As far as I know, I'm the only nerdcore country artist in existence. There may be another one somewhere, but I have yet to encounter them. And if they are, I will duel them to death. So when they were putting the show together, they requested that maybe I do a superhero song and a supervillain song. I don't really necessarily have a total supervillain song, but I have this song, which is full of references to Marvel Comics, and several of them are supervillains. So we'll try that, and hopefully that'll count. Play along at home. See how many references you can catch to Marvel Comics. Feel free to tell me in the comments how many you caught, and I'll tell you if you were close. Anyway, this song's about sex in comic books. It's called Marvel. Oh, and that's my cat, Prince Diamond, in the background. Say hi to Prince Diamond. Hey, buddy. I'm your sugar man. Come get it, girl. All four arms, get a grip. My tongue pierces through your armor, brings about apocalypse. Shed the husk of trepidation, make them fall in. Don't blink. Actor in those jeans, the metal tune. My heart's made of iron, but I'm no Tony Stark or else I'd buy you what you need. Well, no, I'm a world devourer. I've just come here to feed, but your fiery flavor burns my mouth like an avalanche to cool you down, you fantastic flaming thing that I can't see. Oh, your widow eyes, the venom in your fingertips. You taste just like a woman should to me. I'm a beast, I'll storm your barricade to bring you what you need. Or longevity, not brevity. Gravity, not speed. I am become your executioner. I'm the reaper you consume. Oh, I slay you first, then you slay back. There's danger in this room. When a soldier in your secret war, I fall but never yield. In fact, I fight with renewed fury every time you raise your shield. Then we spiral down and scream and rage and dive through the abyss. Oh, your eyes go supernova as my hand moves to your lips. Then I'm your mobile man. You're on cloud nine and I make you sound off like a siren, my super soldier serum. It makes me last for hours. The bishops and archangels sing and brandish swords as we take wing. You lay back and marvel at my powers. Oh! Marvel at my powers. Marvel at my powers. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on the stream. I'm Ryan Adam Wells. You can follow me everywhere. I'm on everything. Please look me up and come and see me sometime online because nobody's going anywhere. Thanks. Appreciate you. Looking forward to what's next.
Ryan Adam Wells, everybody. Thank you so much, Ryan. You can find all of his stuff, or I'm sure all of his stuff, at ryanadamwells.bandcamp.com. And I am really looking forward to that Nerdcore Country duel. I think Spin the Bottle now has exclusive rights to that duel. So, all right, find us another Nerdcore Country singer-songwriter, and let's make that happen. All right. Next up, our next performer is I have a little blurb to read that they wrote about themselves. Riley T. McCutcheon is a quadruple Scorpio hybrid writer, performer, and community educator. They are trans, queer, and crazy. So too are all the glinting possibilities they slice into being. Tonight, they're going to share the very first poem they've ever written about a supervillain. Friends, please welcome Riley Tender.
Yours was the first and most formidable creation to cover this earth. After you came and went under, there were others. After you came the sublimely simple slime that moves like itself, but also sort of like you. We will name it after you. Puff, puff, pass on, feed on all that has passed on, reproduce intimacy with death, a silver lining, wet, and you, precious, are a maiden, no longer dancing the bone dance. You are no longer an animal, even much more historic, softer, risky, round, expansive underneath, delicacy above. You will kill with color and easy give in to the teeth, soft and firm. Once you said to me, let me take you somewhere new. You can fall without gravity, brush, release me. So easy is how it feels to be with senses slip in, out, like against. Let me show you. No, let me taste you. But in reverse. Compose yourself so that I might decompose you, as I do at the luminous, fuzzy, destructive pace which suits this soft, fruiting body. And so I ate. And so we arrived from the present to an earth before leaves and veins and blood. I ate your body. And in return, you ate mine. So that poem is dedicated to the entity that I'm working with right now. Maybe working under, maybe working with, I'm not sure. But they're a sentient fungus, and we're in love, so don't hate. This next poem is about the very first evil being that inspired me. And God, if you haven't seen her, you should. This piece is called Rebecca Romaine is the Only Mystique for Me. Changeling, blue darker than blue, velociraptor in the shape of a lady. Strong jaw, tall. She's the barefoot assassin, can break a neck with the knuckles of her toes. Can be anything. Her skin flinches my heart into an infinite number of fluttering dimensions. If gesture is a kind of language, her body is true blue calculus. When the theoretical physics of her breasts comes into contact with that voice, disaffected, digital, genderless. I am undone. Strong, silent, live. At 15 in the dark of the cinema, she smoldered me in place with golden gaze, and I felt a feral thing in my chest begin. 2 decades later, I'm on the internet reading about her psychic wife and a queer love that could not be stopped by death, only changed by it. Last night, I dreamed that I was her sidekick, or henchman, I guess, depending on which side she would switch to. She would switch to every side. It was quiet that day. No grand plans. No worlds in need of conquering or saving. I brought her a coffee, which she drank with her tongue like a cat, licking, lapping. She noticed me noticing her doing this, and she didn't stop. She didn't apologize. She just held out the cup and with yellow eyes only asked, "Do you want any?" I put my tongue in her coffee. She put her fingers on my neck. My heart fluttered. My whole world turned blue. Thank you, everyone. This was a delight. Y'all are a delight. Woo!
Riley Tender, everybody. I hope at home you are doing this. You know, I live in an apartment building, so I just clap as loud as I want because my neighbors are so annoying. Riley, thank you again, Riley. Riley has a couple of workshops coming up. They're teaching a workshop this Sunday, the 19th, from 10 to 2, focused on writing and the body. Folks who want to do that can register at hopin.to. And it's a really long URL. We'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat during the next performance. And in a couple weeks, they'll be doing a guest workshop at Ingersoll's Transgender Support Group. That's Wednesday, April 19th at 7 to 9 p.m. That's not 2 weeks from now. That's 2 days from now. So that's happening. They also wrote a book of poems that can be bought at, again, a URL I will put in the chat. It's you can find it at universityofhellpress.myshopify.com. If you want to check it out, I will put the link in the chat on the YouTubes. And one more time, Riley Tender. Thank you so much, Riley. Now, we got such a late start. I had all this stuff planned to kill time because that's normally what I have to do when I host Spin the Bottle. There's usually like stuff happening behind me and Catherine's trying to pull down the screen, but I'm always in the way. But this is about superheroes and supervillains. And where do you find those? You find those in comic books. So I'm not going to talk about everything that I brought because it's getting kind of late. And so I just want to just promote some of my favorite comics. These are the trades, because I only read trades. First off is Charles Soule and Ryan Brown's Curse Words. And I was gonna just be so eloquent and speak such beautiful words about the words of curse words. But I'm not gonna do that. Look it up. Another one is a Ryan Brown comic. It's called God Hates Astronauts. And it's one of the funniest things that I've read. And it is, Ryan Brown is a really remarkable storyteller. And finally, we have Kaiju Max, Xander Cannon's tales about kaiju, monsters like Godzilla in prison. and it's actually more human than you would think it is. I do have a couple of comics that focus on superheroes, and that's just Batman. The first one is A Death in the Family. This is the stunt where you could call in to see to decide whether or not Jason Todd's Robin lived or died. Spoilers. People voted to kill him off. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out the Panel Jumper episode 005, Boy Wonder Years. We go into tremendous detail about Batman, A Death in the Family. The other one I have is Sean Murphy's Batman White Knight. This is an Elseworld book. It's a part of the Murphyverse, Sean Murphyverse. It imagines, what if the Joker was sane and Batman was the crazy one? And if you think about it, you don't have to go too far to write a story where Batman's crazy. Anyway, those are some of my comics. Let's get on with the shows, shall we? On this stage, in the brightest timeline, there'd be a show happening right here. A show called One Horse Town. We had to cancel it while they were in the middle of tech because the world is a terrible place. And we were trying to bring some brightness and beauty into it, but we have the next best thing. One Horsetown playwright Mina Lee is coming up, and before I get to Mina, I want to say, I'll say this afterwards. Let's just get to Mina. So everybody, Mina Lee, everybody.
Oh, God. I'm so scared and stressed. I feel like I can't think, and it's really hard to calm down. Help me. Hey! Oh my God, who are you? I'm a superhero here to help you with your panic attack. Wait, why do you look like me? Because there are times when we have to be our own heroes. Wow. Okay, so it's totally normal you're having a panic attack. It's a lot you're going through. But first we need to slow down your breathing because it's tightening your chest and making your body freak out even more. Let's all take 4 deep breaths together. Ready? Let me turn around first. Don't touch my hand. Okay. I do feel a little better. I'm still really scared though. When we're feeling scared and alone, something that helps a lot is reaching out to people who trust us and care about us. Let's call someone. Let's call Wei. I think I should, yeah, I haven't talked to Wei in a little bit. Let's see how we're doing. Can I touch your hand? Wait, Wei?
Hello?
Hi, Wei.
Hi.
Wait, I'm calling because I'm not feeling really good. I'm having a panic attack.
Oh no. I'm here for you, and whatever you need, I'm here to listen. Take your time.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna go now and finish the show. Wow, that helped a lot. Yep, it's really important to reach out when you're feeling this way. God, I'm so glad I'm done with that. I don't ever want to go through that again. Oh no, you're gonna have panic attacks every day probably, but you have the tools to help you, and you'll know how to understand your anxiety better. Okay. Thanks. Also, why do you have a sailboat on your chest? Who knows? I'm gonna fly now. Oh, you're back. Well, I'm also gonna talk. I'm Amina, and I'm gonna take this off. My Venmo is to the Black Trans Travel Fund. It's an organization that is providing safe transportation for Black trans women in New York and New Jersey, where COVID is striking the hardest in our country. Please donate if you can.
Mina Lee, everybody. Oh my God. You know that a performance is just mind-blowing when the crew busts out laughing. That was so lovely to hear and to see. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, if you remembered way back in the before times when we started the show, the performers' Venmos are going to be on screen. Mina's Venmo, as she mentioned, is the Black Trans Travel Fund. Please consider supporting it. Also, you can find Mina at the Base Experimental Arts Space, which has a 12 seconds max this weekend on Sunday the 19th and on Monday the 20th. It can be viewed on Base Art Space's Instagram Live. It's a collection of short filmed performances curated by Eliza Delpan Monley and coordinated by Kate O'Day. And, well, we've reached the end of the first act, which means we're going to have a small intermission. But, and like a really small, because we took a big one earlier in the day. But we do have some prizes to give away. We have a raffle. And well, the raffle is, normally we hand tickets to people as they come in. That's not going to happen. I got my ticket because I'm here. What we're going to do is we're going to announce a secret. I'm going to announce a secret word. And whatever chat you're using, write the secret word into the chat, and we're gonna pick 3 random people for for 3 awesome prizes. And so before we go to intermission, I'm just gonna tell you what the secret word is. The secret word is kryptonite. All right, you know the rules. Write it into the chat. We're going to pick 3 random people. And when I come back, I'm going to tell you what the prizes are. We'll see you in 5, 10 minutes. Chris, what do you think? 5, 10, 15? Not 5. 5 or 10. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Woo! I hope you went to the bathroom. You got a drink. How was your intermission? Mine was great. I sat here and I got a list of all of the raffle prizes. I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna tell you what they are, so you get super excited. We have Catherine Blake Smith, co-curator this month and general curator of Spin the Bottle, said that she's going to mail or email, you can get postage or email, a small package. She's going to send you a small package. And I hope you decide to do it through the post office because, you know, apparently supporting the post office is a progressive ideal these days. Other co-creator of tonight's show, Elle Nicole Cabe, will write an original 1,000-word short story for you, tailored just for you. Yes, for you. Mina Lee, who we saw the last act of the previous act, is going to give you first access to her next song. So that's pretty exclusive if you want to, you know, if you want to be like the first one on your block to have something. And she's also going to give a shout out to you if you win on the One Horse Town audio cast, which is happening tomorrow. Chris, it's happening on Sunday. Tomorrow. All right, it's happening tomorrow. Tune into Annex Theater's YouTube page for that. I'm sure there's a link at annextheater.org. And finally, you're going to get download codes for our next performer. 27 songs, 3 albums, 1 incredible true story. Automatron is a time-tossed autobiographical epic spanning over 40 years. Sarah Nine's life of being chased from her own body as a child before finally coming home. Tonight, she'll be performing her latest song, her first piano and vocal piece, a world premiere of a recorded work that naturally breaks the loop of Automatron, taking us forward with her in the aftermath. This is Sarah Nine performing Call Me Home.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Internet. It's great to be back here again in my living room, performing in front of my biggest fan. It's unrecorded, just to be clear. This song doesn't exist anywhere, so I'm just gonna play it for you here. This is Call Me Home. We're not living things. We're so predictable. Oh, people are machines. Squeeze them and watch them roll into the things they know. We'll see 'em coming, but we'll never let 'em go. Won't let them go. Hey, and I believe it. Hey, yeah, till I can see, yeah, it. Hey, I believe, oh, I'm not a revolutionary. I'm the revolution. Oh, tired of being anybody but me. I'm tired of your solutions. Oh, I never feel the things that I feel. Don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I cannot recognize these real things and only know illusion. Oh, 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 hey, hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, we are not revolutionary. revolutionary. We're the revolution. Oh, 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 oh. We tried being anybody but we. Tired of your solutions. Oh, oh, oh. Until you feel the things that we feel, you won't know what we're doing. Oh, you'll never recognize these real things. You'll only know illusion. So fade away, you phantoms. Go away, you ghosts. I will have a real thing, or I'll have nothing at all. Away, phantoms. Away, ghosts. I'll have a real thing, or I'll have nothing at all. Hey, I believe it. Hey, till I can see it. Oh, I believe it until I feel her call me home to my body, to my being. Call me home. Call me home to my body, to my being. Call me home. Hey, 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 hey. I'm not a revolutionary. I'm the revolution. Oh, 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 oh. Doshe, thank you so much for coming and listening, and I hope you stay safe and stay at home. Bye.
Serenade, everybody. Give it up. Clap as loudly as you want. Her full trilogy, Automatron, is now available at serenine.bandcamp.com. Check it out. Also, Serenine's Venmo, venmo.com/Serenine. Again, another way to support all the artists you are seeing tonight, creating art in their own homes. And as an artist, it's hard to exist in this terrible new world because we want to show off everything. We want to make sure that people can enjoy life the way we like to enjoy life. So yeah, please support the artists you see tonight any way you can. Moving on. This next performer has been called the Feminist Fatale of Seattle Comedy. You might have seen her at Sketchfest Seattle or the Intersections Festival or even the Detroit Women of Comedy Festival. And if you did see her at that, let us know in the chat because it's Detroit. Anyway, please welcome to the Spin the Bottle stream, Tambor Massman.
Can you hear me, folks?
Yes.
Are we able to hear me?
I'm playing this for you.
I have it here. I can't hear myself. Yes. Sorry to be that asshole. Everybody on Zoom?
Gotcha, Tambor.
You're doing great.
You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Emmett, hi everybody, I'm Tambor. Okay, they can hear me. Great. Sorry to be that Zoom asshole, everyone. Hi, I'm Tambor. I am a stand-up comic, and this is really weird. My roommates are here helping me not suck. Roommates, please come watch me do comedy. I'm Tambor. I like to name my outfits. And this one is called Don't Let Some Australian Mad Max Motherfucker Tell You What Post-Apocalyptic Fashion Should Look Like. Okay? Let it be whatever you want to be. George Miller isn't the boss of you. Here's what I'm here to tell you. You don't have to tell me which Disney villain I remind you of. I already know that it's Ursula. You don't have to tell me. Who else is a budding young feminist supposed to look up to? What, Ariel with her blue shell bra who literally gives up her voice to get a man of all things? Or you've got Ursula, who's got the amazing hair and makeup, the best song, and a backless flamenco dress. What else am I gonna pick? It's an obvious choice. And besides, supervillainy just comes naturally to me. It does, it just kind of oozes from my pores. Like, let me just think of something I think is funny. Like, oh, excuse me. I was just imagining the president being flattened by a steamroller. It's so amusing the way his brains just squish out. Or it's the president, so it's just a puff of hot air, actually. Yes, that's what I sound like when I laugh. I love to make people uncomfortable. I do it all the time with truth that people don't want to hear. Like, I think that the word unfuckable is a really stupid insult. That's why I put it on my shirt. It's a stupid insult because you say that I'm unfuckable, and now I literally know that you were just thinking about fucking me. Just then. I saw you think it. It's gross. I don't want that. I don't want to hear anything that you think about us being together. I didn't think that. You thought that. You're the gross one. Now that we've agreed that we don't want to fuck one another, maybe we can have an interesting conversation. Like, here's one of my favorites. I think that reality is so terrible right now because superheroes are imaginary, but supervillains, on the other hand, are totally 100% fucking real. Yeah. It totally started with Dick Cheney. He copped his entire personality from the Penguin. Right? That's Dick Cheney. Vladimir Putin is one cryogenic accident away from being Mr. Freeze. You know he gets in some sort of hyperbaric chamber with his horse or some shit. Oh, it's not good. I mean, I guess that makes Condoleezza Rice Catwoman in this metaphor. I'm not sure. It's not good. We've got so many supervillains. Our president is a supervillain. He's a shitty supervillain from a bad cartoon. He's a Captain Planet supervillain. Hoggish Greedley is my personal choice for which of the horrible villains he is. But yeah, we've got supervillains, everyone. We have one here in Seattle. Yes, we do. 100%. I am talking about that motherfucker, wannabe Lex Luthor, Chrome Dome asshole Jeff Bezos. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He thinks he's Lex Luthor. That's what he thinks. He teabagged our city with giant glass balls. What? They're full of seeds, right? That's what the point is. It's such an obvious dick metaphor. You know that a missile's just gonna pop out up from under those things, right? 3 balls, got to be extra about it. What's going to come shooting out of the missile? The drone army he already told us about. What are we even supposed to do with this? We have to build a giant robot fighting suit, right? For Oprah. Let's say Oprah. Let's get her a big old mecha, like Gundam Oprah. It's going to be so great. It's going to be like, you get a car, you get a car, you get an ass-kicking Mitch McConnell. Used to be Jeff Sessions, but he retired from Evil to just be secretly gay, I guess. Oh God, I hate Jeff Sessions. Not as much as I hate Mitch McConnell. Which brings me to a point that I'd like to make, which is that it's a little bit roundabout, so you got to go on a trip with me, but here's what it is. Have you encountered the men who are angry on the internet about makeup? Yeah, they're really mad about makeup. They find that it's deceptive, that it deceives, that they don't know who you really are or what you really look like. Why? Why do they think that? I don't know, but I just want to know. They're like, yeah, you got to take a bitch to the swimming pool on your first date to find out what she actually looks like. First of all, I'd love to go to a swimming pool right now. Sounds amazing. Second of all, we invented waterproof makeup literal decades ago. Get with the program, dudes. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you don't want to be fooled, don't be so easy to trick. And it's so hypocritical because I don't know what you call a beard except for contouring that grows straight out of your face. That's just it. It's just all of a sudden you have a jawline. Come on. You never been fucking someone for a couple months and all of a sudden they shave off their beard and you're like, oh, are you a prince? Is that what that recessive jawline is coming from? I mean, I'm into it. Seals right up to the pussy. It's great. I wasn't going to say pussy on this podcast, and here we are. Whatever video cat, I don't know. My point is a beard is a push-up bra for your face. It's like a Van Dyke. That's a Wonder Bra. Come on. Actually, it's more of a strapless. That's what's going on with it. It's a Wonder Bra for your face, and if that's the case. And here we're coming full circle because that's how my ADD works. If a beard is a Wonder Bra for your face, then that makes Mitch McConnell America's premier titty flopping old hag. Trying to use the parlance of his people. I mean, he could cover that up. But he chooses not to, which is how you know he's a super villain. It's full of evil. He squirts it out through his mouth and his law pen. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Nerds, get on the building of the Gundam suit. My closer is all about pussies. So I'm not going to do that because I know my family's watching and it's a little bit too weird right now. So thank you so much. I am writing new coronavirus material, but it's a lot about hand jobs, which is confusing. You'll see it when we get back into the regular world. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm on Instagram at @theglambamtam, unlike my title card says, @theglambamtam, and you can Venmo me at the places where it tells you in the internet. I love you. Thank you.
Tambor Massman, everybody. All right. Thank you for that. And I love seeing the brick wall in the house. Anyway, so before we get to our final performance tonight, I'm going to do something that I did at the very top of the show, and that is I'm going to take you around to the places in the theater that nobody sees unless you work here. And oddly enough, I'm going to do and say the exact same things, the exact same words that I said at the very beginning. But, you know, we were having some technical issues. I got it all memorized. I'm really good like that. So Chris told me to download this special app for my phone. That way I'll be able to walk around the theater. So, Chris, is it on? All right, we're good. Okay, so let's go this way first. This building was built in 1912, if you can believe it. It was an old car dealership. I don't remember exactly what kind of car they sold here. I think it might have been Packard. If you don't know what a Packard is, it's just if your stereotypical like 30s, 40s luxury sedan. Big swooping curves. It's a beautiful car, actually. They made some great cars back in the 30s and 40s. So yeah, this was a car dealership. There was repair down in the basement. The first and second floors were the showroom. I think there might have been a showroom space on the third floor and maybe even offices. I don't know. But they had to get the cars up and down between floors, and they did that with this elevator. Now, this is not just our storage and shop. It is also a car elevator. And it did go between all the floors. It no longer does that, but it goes all the way to the top. Can we see the top? No, there it is. We built that little loft area. Yeah, I don't know why it's on this floor permanently. I'm glad it is. It gives us a lot of storage space. It doesn't move. It's not like, we want our shop to go up and down between floors. It's pretty solid. It's actually drywalled underneath. One time about 10 years ago, before they finished out the basement, it was vacant. We explored a little bit down there, and we saw the old elevator machinery that used to work this elevator. It's no longer, I don't think it's there anymore, but anyway, it was pretty cool. And yeah, that's our car elevator, which is pretty neat. All right, let's go back out here. One of the things that you always hear during the pre-show speech is, if there's an emergency, go out the way you came, or go out the back stairway into the relative safety of Capitol Hill below. That's actually an old phrase from when our theater was downtown on 4th Avenue. The phrase that was given before during each curtain speech was into the relative safety of the alley below. But we don't have an alley below. This empties out onto Pike Street. But here's the exit. Look, the stairway, nice and pretty. They just recently redid this. Before they did this, this was all postered with old show posters from when this was the Northwest Actor Studio and other theaters in town. We have those posters, I think, somewhere. They took them down. Maybe they recycled them. I don't know. This is an area you do know, but I just want to point something out just in time for us to not be allowed to have any audiences in here. We fixed the bathroom doorknob. Look at that, or door handle, I guess. Look at it. Vacant in use, yeah. And it opens both ways. You can get out. I heard that the story that I heard was that a patron was in there, and when they unlocked the door, the handle wouldn't open the door, so they had to call a friend who was at the show with them to come let them out. And Ian, I think he was house managing that night, just took out the door handle so that wouldn't happen again. We got a new one. But the funny thing is we found out that if they had lifted up on the door handle, they would have gotten out. Also, I want to point this out. Here's our paper towel dispenser, Torque brand, and of course, there's that guy. If you don't know who that is, ask a parent, ask your cool uncle. And on Facebook, recently there was a discussion between the semantics, or on the semantics between a green room and a dressing room. And some were saying that there are two different rooms, they serve two different purposes, and others were saying, well, we only have one room, so we can call it whatever we want. I'm kind of on that side because we have our green room / dressing room here. Look, it's even painted green, and but we do have this separate room, which is technically the dressing room. We cut this hole in the wall. This was a full wall, and this room wasn't accessible on this side. So this is where performers want to go if they want some privacy while they change or put their makeup on or whatever. Now it's just chair storage, and when we moved in, there was a dude who was living in this room. He's no longer here. Oh look, there's the Jennifer Pratt-sized hole in the wall. That's another story. I'm not going to tell you right now. But look, there's Spock and McCoy up there. It's good to see them. So let's. I got one more thing I want to show you before we get the show going. So this is the lounge. Here's the lounge. It's a bit of a mess right now because we were right in the middle of tech of One Horse Town when we basically had to cancel the show. But you'll be able to see an audio play version of One Horse Town later on. I'm sure I'll talk about that again. So if you've ever been here in the lounge and you're just in line for the bar, you might have looked up and saw that. What is that? That looks like a brick that you can remove. And if I were playing a video game, I would think that there would be a prize behind that brick. And you are right. There is something behind that brick. In 2007, when we first moved into the space, Brett Fetzer, the artistic director at the time, and someone else, I can't remember who, it might have been Ellie or Bryn, looked up there and removed the brick, and what they found was a single dollar bill. And they dare not remove it because, of course, it was haunted and you had to leave it there. And I've never actually seen it in person. Yeah, let's go take a look. All right, so fortunately this ladder's here. Like I said, we haven't really had time to clean. All right. Ugh. So there's the brick. If I fall on live stream, it's gonna be hilarious. All right. This is, oh, okay. Comes up pretty easily. Oh, I grabbed onto it. Well, they're right. There's a dollar bill. Looks like it's been signed too. Oh, I wonder who those are. All right, it's up here. Oh, it goes back further than I expected. Ah! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! No, you can have it. You can have it. You can have it. It's yours. It's yours. Our final act this evening. So we always end Spin the Bottle with smut. And tonight's smut is written by Colleen Conway Blanchard, a frequent contributor to Spin the Bottle Smut. And reading it tonight, you've seen this performer as Peggy in Peggy the Plumber Who Saved the Galaxy right here on Annex's stage. And you will be able to see her in the upcoming Matcha Theater Works The Fifth Wave. They were so close before the pandemic hit. It was teched and everything. But when this pandemic all blows over, the show will go on. So look for that coming from Matcha Theater Works. Ladies and gentlemen, your final performance for this evening, please welcome to your screen, Maddie Nibble.
Good evening, you cool cats and kittens. Are y'all ready to get horny? We have a beautiful story from Colleen Conway Blanchard, and I'm just gonna get right into it. If you do donate anything to me, it's going straight to the Contigo Fund. It's a relief fund for the Latinx community, specifically Latinx and queer communities in Florida, because we all know that Florida can always use a little more help. Anyway, here we are. Ah, Super Lad. Such a boyish name for a full-grown man. Welcome. As you can see, I have snaked out of my lair to greet you. This moment is so sweet. I must savor you like a peach chiffon cake, roll you around in my mouth, lick off your candied cream. Metaphorically speaking. Or... Regardless, lad, I finally have you. The superest of lads here in my subterranean hideaway. I have you where I've always wanted you, squirming in my sticky trap. And it feels good in an evil kind of way. The way a shark feels, churning his prey between his teeth. The way a piranha feels gnawing off a finger. The way a starving jackal feels pinning a meerkat in its snapping jaws like that. My kind of good. The bad kind of good. Oh, Super Lad. Virile, sturdy, flexible. A monument to superhuman kind. I'm going to destroy you. You and your trusty companions, web girl, fast feet, and that block of muscles, Mr. Smash. I will destroy you all. It will be delightful watching you beg. Beg me. Oh, Dr. Dark, you black-hearted villain, you'll weep. Please, please let me go. Your pink cheeks wet with tears, your full lips trembling in terror, your chiseled chest heaving in horror. You will beg, and I will deny you mercy. Just as you and your team of virtuous vixens have denied me my wicked happiness all of those years I've been down here, alone, burrowed in my cavernous cave mansion. Yes, I have found comfort in the creatures of destruction I have created to disrupt the teeming hell that is Grandview City year after year, my precious creations. All of them made of mad experiments and evil and chaos. Like my darling wolf ladies. Teeth sharp as nails, pelts soft as snow. Yes, I had sex with the men I created out of geese and snakes. I was so alone, and they offered themselves, seducing me with velvety wings, these throbbing, gobbling beaks. Ugh! Their cool scales against my skin, their shocking feathered talons clawing into my back, coiled corkscrew penises and hissed endearments. I loved them, you see. Something you'd never understand. I've loved all of my creations. I've loved all of my destructions. What do you know of burning passion? Nothing. You are an empty vessel, just a tool deployed by those who would control chaos. Don't you long for it, super lad? Just one moment of pure freedom, of chaos, of evil. Here, in my hollowed out laboratory, all of these years with no one but my snarling beasts and zombie spiders for company. Down here, perfecting the ultimate weapon. A laser poison that will turn everyone into my slaves, including the lad and his lad friends. I have time to think, to dream of this moment. They'll remember my name. Dr. Dark of all humanity will be doing my bidding soon. They'll be mine. Even you, super lad. You will be mine, but before I take away your will, super lad, I will allow you to seduce me. Don't snarl. You know we've always had tension. When I was set to detonate 400 pounds of dynamite under Grandview City's town hall, and you flew in, biceps twitching with exertion, and dare I say it, excitement, we locked eyes. Me, from my perch in my sky sled, hovering over the hall, I could smell the lust spinning off of your golden skin. And when we wrestled midair, each scrambling for the detonator button, I don't think I failed to notice your biggest asset pressed into my quivering belly. But then we had an audience, 2,000 mewling townspeople and your pesky super pals. But today I have you alone. What happens between us never need leave this room. In truth, super lad, you and I never need leave this room. How will you feel, super lad, when I strip you bare? Will you want me naked as well? Or should I just wear my glitter cloak and foil heels? I will tear your super cape with my teeth. You'll like that. I can see the gleam in your partially robotic eye. The replacement for the eye my attack swordfish plucked out when we battled underneath the sea last summer. I was building a sonar submarine capable of controlling all sea life, and You stopped me with your fists of granite, but not before you stole a longing look at me in my Brazilian microkini diving suit. But here, now, will you tear those thigh-hugging tights off your own sculpted body in a hot flash of lust? What will it feel like to finally succumb to this fever? To finally touch my writhing tongue to yours? To enclose your super self in my villainous arms? Oh, will it be too much? Will we combust? Will you feel like fire so soon? Soon we will both know what we've been longing for, and you can join me, super lad. Live here in seductive splendor. With humanity as our minions, we can rule in lustful opulence. See how glossy my attack hornets are? How sleek and content my pack of trained jackals? I'm a good keeper. I will keep you well. I close my eyes and imagine us intertwined, wet, heaving, moist slip of skin while I lick first. Lad? Super lad? Blast you, you clever conniving trickster, using my moment of frenzied lust to unwind your ropes and free yourself. You have escaped me and stolen my laser poison this time, super lad, but I will have your warm, writhing body in my clutches again, and we will finish this epic battle. And then, we will both finally win. Thank you. Good night.
Maddie Nibble, everybody. Well, that's it. We did it. It happened. Stream the Bottle happened. OMG. I want to thank everybody who's involved, especially Chris up there in the command center making everything go. Josh is here with us. He's helping out. All the performers that came in via their webcams at home. Ryan Adam Wells, Wiley Tender, Mina Lee, Sarah Nine, Tambor Massman, and of course Maddie Nibble reading a piece from Kelly and Conway Blanchard. So we have more stuff coming up tomorrow. As you've heard, we have we're streaming the audio version of One Horse Town, written by Mina Lee. And tune into that. It's at 8 p.m. tomorrow, the 18th. So go to Annex Theaters. I'm sorry, 7:30? 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you, Chris. 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. I blame myself because I wrote down 8. Also, Weird and Awesome is every first Sunday of the month still. So tune in to see the live stream of that. And, of course, Annex Theater has a Patreon because we can't sell tickets. So what else are we going to do? So it's patreon.com/Annex Theater, or just go to annextheater.org to find everything. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with us. And we're getting better. And we're going to do this again. We're going to do it a lot more, probably. All right. Thank you for joining us, and good night.